Objection!
Right, you're truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I mean, cross-examining a parrot? Really? I can tell you're grasping. And I cannot deny the possibility of what you say. What are you saying? Deny it! No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murderer. No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right, I can't think of anyone. Hey Nick, huh? Just thought of something. Really crazy. Crazy. You know what Mr. Grossbrook said yesterday? My boy. Oh, this is a flashback. Not doing it. Not doing it. Blah blah blah. What if Von Karma didn't take that vacation because of shock? But took it because he was injured, which would mean, could only mean one thing. He was a murderer in the DL6 incident. He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. It was Von Karma. Oh man. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed. No, Your Honor. Well, you have indicated the possibility the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect? Uh-oh. Should I come out and say it now? Save it for a better time. Wait, I don't have enough proof yet. This is my trump card, better save it for the right time. Mr. Wright, something the matter? I'm fine, Your Honor. Shall we carry on with the trial then, That said, we have no further to go. All that is left is the finish. In other words, the verdict. What? Not yet? Think, Mr. Wright. You have said that someone from the outside was the murderer. Yet you cannot suggest anyone as a possible suspect. Which means your conjecture is worthless. And will be rejected, of course. Nick, now's no time to be holding on to that trump card. Trial's almost over. Alright, I may not know what I'm doing, but here goes. Your Honor. There is a suspect. One lone suspect. Well, it's certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect? My hands are shaking. For what? Von Karma. Von Karma? You mean the Von Karma? The prosecutor? The one standing right over there? Bah. You don't object? I see no need. Why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection? Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. You pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason? So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident. Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no? Where did I go under the knife at, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify. Nick. Let's find out whose doctor it is. It's no use. Edgeworth. I know Von Karma perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. I believe a doctor as a witness. Grr, nobody's that perfect. So what's Nick? Did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself? That's insane! No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out of yourself. Wait. What does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere. But where? Well, Mr. Wright. Can you produce evidence to prove I was shot? Yes. Alright, Von Karma, I'll prove it. I'll even use evidence. I know how you like it so much. What? The evidence that proves Von Karma was shot is... the metal detector! Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery leaving an evidence trail. So then I ask, where is that bullet now? I think it unlikely Von Karma performed surgery on himself. You don't mean... I do. There's a possibility the bullet is still inside Von Karma. Is that even possible for all these years? Well, there's one way to find out. We could use this metal detector I have in my back pocket. Well, Von Karma, I'm gonna run this over you and see what we find. Oh, suddenly he's not so calm, cool, and collected. I refuse. You refuse? What refusing this means? You acknowledge the bullet is stood inside you? Order. Your Honor, the defense requests we be allowed to use the metal detector. Judge, I call for a suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy. Statute of limitations runs out on this case today. It's you who said we had to end it right here, right now. Enough. I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing. Nick, what does this mean? I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. He reacted. Something's inside his right shoulder. The bullets. Mr. Von Karma. You. It was you. I was afraid this would happen, and so I remained silent. Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident. What? I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL6. But, Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that? Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. It is Mr. Wright who must prove something here, not I. Mr. Wright, well, can you prove it? Can you prove the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was from DL6? Of course he can't. You don't have any of the DL6 evidence. That's because you took it out of the records room yesterday and stunned us. With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright. No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma. What? You were close. One day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof. What? Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof. It's the other bullet. That's a bullet? Where did you get that? This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely, with all the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings? You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago. Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. While examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. It's quite accurate. I only said that because it's vital to the case's logic. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We could analyze both bullets. Then, if the markings matched, we would know that both bullets had been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol. In other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Ugh! Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. And we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet. And solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma. Ugh! Ah! Ah! Ooh! Warg! Ah! Ooh! That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know. Alright, blah 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 blah. Flashback. Blah, get away. Blah. Get away from my father. Bang. Wah! It's that scream I heard in the elevator 15 years ago. Von Karma! It was you who screamed! Mr. Von Karma? Why, Edgeworth! Edgeworth! Only you would dare defy me! So, it was you. You and your father are my curse! So, your father shamed me with a penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. This man killed someone not because he lost a verdict in court, but because he was slightly inaccurate one time and was called out on it. That is so petty. I'll bury you. I'll bury you with my bare hands. Death! Death! 15 years earlier. Chief Prosecutor, I am sorry. Von Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. I was careless. I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time. Edgeworth! It was a shock like none I had ever known. Me? Penalized? It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly, I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went out into the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then, there was a noise. I was in pain, a horrible burning pain, in my shoulder. Just then the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then, it was destiny. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died, never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime. Who would have thought another man would have come to open that elevator door? Judge! What? What are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now, end it. Very well. It appears we have come a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later. Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. You were innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honor. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty a second time today. That is all. Court is adjourned. Oh man, that was rough. Nick, we did it! Did you see his face? Von Karma looked even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool inside. You crushed him, Nick. Crushed! But to say I'm impressed. Yeah. Pretty close, though. I was sure we'd had it. No, I was on the verge of tears the whole time, myself. But now it's all just a good memory. So it's finally over, Edgeworth. Right. Yeah? I'm not sure how to say this. I know. Try. Thank you. I see. Thank you, Wright. You're welcome. I think you could have done better than that. Ugh, sorry, I'm not good at this sort of thing, thanking people. Got a lot to learn, Edgeworth. He's got you there. Whoop! Amazing, pal! You pulled through just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. Tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month. Who cares? See, Mr. Edgeworth, you shall take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you. I see. Ahem. Whoop! I feel foolish. Don't worry, take it a little at a time, you'll get used to it. It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded. Hey y'all! What are you doing here? Lotta! Y'all were great in there. Thank you. Yo, Edgeworth, congrats! Thank y'all very much. I knew this from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar if you didn't know one was there. You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you? Yeah, well, let bygones be bygones, huh? Not like I was accusing you of murder or anything. Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lotta? Who, me? Oh, I went back to college. Gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick. Really? That's too bad, huh? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park? Huh? It's over, Nick. My life is over. Why the sad face, Larry? What happened now? Oh, Nick. I'm not long for this world, man. You don't look sick. It's Fiancé. She's going to live in Paris. Paris, Nick! She's leaving me behind. You've seen that coming. Yo, Edgy. There you are, dude. Yes, here I am. Congrats, Edgy. Here, a little gift from me in celebration. Celebration? It's unusual for you. Harry Butts, you come along tonight too. My treat, pal. Huh? Thanks. Looking forward to it, man. Yo, Nick. That's the suit that questioned me. He says treat, that's not police talk for prison food, right? I think you'll be fine, Larry. Right? Yeah? What's up? That envelope that Larry gave me. It's got money in it. Oh yeah, that's not that strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes. It's $38, right? Huh. What a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. $38 exactly? Nick, wasn't that exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school? $38. No. No, Larry! It was you! What are you so surprised about, Wright? Huh? Larry was absent that day from school, right? That doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to that day 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came to school anyway. And he saw the money lying there. And the rest is history. I never was good at history. Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah? Too well? Right. You may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts. I know. Really, Wright. I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. Well, this sure is an unexpected turn of events, huh, dude? Edgeworth. You should have told me. Now, Nick, it was 15 years ago. Which is the statute of limitations has run out, Mr. Edgeworth? I'd say so, yes. There you have it, man. Grr. Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did. Well, you have always been something of an insufferable emotionalist. Yeah, man, you get worked up too easily, too. Death. The death sentence for both of you. Boy, I'd known I'd become a prosecutor. The same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought I might have killed my own father. Thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I'd known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. Edgeworth, want to switch rights? Hey y'all, line up, I'll take a photo. Hey, photo time, let's go. That's that dinner on me. Detective Gumshoe took us out on the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. Why would he be in detention? He was cleared. Whoa, I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts, too much drinking. It's still only 5 o'clock. Maybe I should go back to sleep. What's this, a letter? Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium in training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth, too. I wanted to help you, but I couldn't. I was useless. I just had to go back to training. I became a full-fledged spirit medium for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick. Goodbye? What time is it? Gah! The first trains for the mountains have already left. To the station! I guess I'm too late. Hey! Nick! Maya! So, you're leaving? Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay? Hold it! Wait! What? I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help. Huh? On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice. You heard my sister? Yes. Only her voice, but still. It was at the very end when I thought we'd lost everything. Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick. But you were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya. Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze. Sorry, I have evidence that you helped. Evidence? Show Maya some evidence to cheer her up. Take that! A bullet? Von Karma was convinced he had taken all the evidence pertaining to DL6. But you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma. And you were the one who gave it to me. Nick. Thanks, Maya. Couldn't have done it without you. I'll be back soon. Huh? I'm going to complete my training and come back. Okay, I'll be waiting. Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless. I don't know about that. So, this is it. See you soon, Maya. And there she goes. Thanks, Nick. And so my story ends. Time to turn a new page and say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins with the same old crazy cast of characters. Ha! Don't think you've graduated yet, amateur. Right, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim? Yes, Your Honor. Uh-oh, I have a bad feeling about this. So he goes back to court and immediately Edgeworth's like, you idiots! Hey pal, Mr. Edgeworth came down to the precinct to wish me a happy new year. Talk about a pleasant surprise. Whoop! Detective Gumshoe! Then he hung his head low and went right back outside. Kinda like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh? Oh man. I don't think we're done, actually. Nick? Nah, I haven't seen him lately. Who, me? I've been working at a cheese shop, man. That miss is a nice lady, but she's not exactly a cheap date, huh? Oh, she's in Hawaii right now, yeah. Oh, Wright. Yeah, I remember him. I hear he's been busy lately. You know, not to ring my own bell. Sort of taught him everything he knows. I'm sure he's grateful. Phoenix Wright, Ah, the defense attorney for whom I wrote that affidavit for, yes. Oh, you should know I've taken over management of the Gatewater Hotel recently. Should you be in the area, please stop by. The bellboy who witnessed the murderer, or whatever you said. Him, boy. I said boy. Oh, it's you. Phoenix Wright? Ah, yes, me as understudy. Was he not? I wonder how he's doing. I haven't seen him of late. Ah, the days of my youth, like the scent of fresh lemon. You see.
Phoenix Wright? Is he an actor? Well, I'm not buying it. You can't be a star with a name like Phoenix.
Oh man, he's way too fast. I mean, Joaquin Phoenix? I mean, come on. Come on, Joaquin Phoenix. He's a star. I'm pleased to announce The Pink Princess is a hit. I sure owe that Mr. Wright a great deal, and I'm keeping my face out of the public eye till the show's over. I wouldn't want to ruin any kid's dreams, you know. Oh, I got a letter from Maya the other day. Sounds like she caught a cold standing under a waterfall. I wanted to visit, but didn't have time, so I sent her some Pink Princess trading cards. She says she can't buy them where she is. What kind of place is she living at anyway? I'm trying to think, like, who else even is there that's remaining? Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot how he even sounds. Let's talk Pink Princess, alright? But, you know, I snuck into the studio the other day, and I saw her, the one inside the Pink Princess suit. Ugh, what a dog. It was kind of a shock for a boy of my tender age. Yeah, I forgot how he sounded. This is like the ultimate, like, test of every character I've done. I'm like, what do they sound like? Yeah, I remember, right? That lawyer guy. Oh, me? I'm in training to become a paranormal photographer. You know that picture I took of everyone? Well, just behind them there's a ghost. For real. Now that's talent. I'm gonna be famous. Shinji Mikami is executive producer, really? There's the ghosts. And there it is. There's Gumshoe throwing the confetti. There's also another thing in there. It's like a little mini comic for one of the games. Oh no! This one is here. Oh god, I hate this case. Oh no. No.